What kind of physical prep went into trying to portray someone who's supposed to be as strong as 100 men?
Training, as much as 100 men would train. I think that's about the answer to that question. I mean, I was working with my trainer for 2 months before we started shooting the movie. Wow. It was quite full on, and then we trained every night after work. Train on weekends. Wow. It was full on. It was full on. But it was what I needed to do. It was part of the role. You know, you had to look a certain way physically. You needed to have this strength, and you can't fake strength like that. You have to really feel it inside you. So you know, I was the fittest I'd ever been. I was lifting heavier weights than I'd ever lifted, and eating cleaner than I'd ever eaten before. So a lot of sacrifice on and off the screen.
The film is not really your typical vampire movie. There was that element of like bats and blood sucking and whatever, but there was also a lot of like really intense action. Which scenes were your and special effects also? Which scenes were your favorite to shoot, and which were you like, I hate this so much?
Well, I'd probably like, I love my scenes with Charles Dance. I think they're a really powerful moment in the film about a human sort of fearing this creature in this cave, and we played off each other very well, and it was really enjoyable. And Charles is obviously a legend of an actor, so for me to work against him and play such sort of close proximity to each other was really fun, really fun. And then I didn't have a bad experience on any of the scenes, but I think the ones that were really hard physically were the ones when I was in that armor and I was having to fight Dominic Cooper, because the whole floor was covered in coins, which were incredibly slippery. We were falling all over the place, looking like ducks on ice, which was really embarrassing. But that was a difficult day.
So the film ended on kind of a very open note. Do you think that means that there's going to be a sequel and we're going to see Dracula again, or?
Well, certain films, they often try and work out a way to leave the film open-ended. So if there's then they could do a sequel. Right. But with this movie, it would be very silly for us to not allow this character to move on through time, because he's an immortal creature. You know, once he's decided to drink that blood, there's no dying for him. Right. He just lives a very lonely, solitary existence. So, so yes, it absolutely could go to another movie, and we'll just have to see if this one's a success first. So.
Do you think that if you could make a deal with the creature like your character did for any power of your choosing, which power would you choose and why?
Oh, it'd probably be the one to fly. I quite like the idea of being able to fly. I've always had dreams of it.
So in the film, you play Dracula's wife, Marina, who, unlike most female characters set in this time period, is a really strong character. Like, she was never timid when it came to her husband, and she always ends up like in the middle of the action. Was that something that factored into taking the role?
Well, I think when I signed on to be Marina, I really wanted to bring a contemporary energy to her, because I wanted audiences to watch the film and be able to kind of access her storyline and not feel like she's some princess stuck in a tower, and in love with her husband. No, so it was very important to me. So I think Luke and I took a look at all of the scenes that we kind of had together and thought, what can we do to make this feel real to audiences today? And I think the scene, the opening scene where you meet Marina in the bedroom, and she's play fighting with her son, and there's all this chaos, and they're getting ready for bed. I think when you pull back the roofs of many houses today, you would be able to see a similar scene, a similar type of energy of chaos, trying to get everyone in bed.
There was a lot of like intense action, even for you. And so what scenes were your favorite to shoot, and which were you like, ugh, not this again?
As much as there are special effects in the film, we shot a lot on location, and we shot in Northern Ireland, so we were actually on top of mountains, actually running through the forest in the pouring rain in the mud, and we added an epilogue to the end of the movie, and it wasn't one that we shot originally when we made the movie. It's something that we did in reshoots. And it really kind of leaves the story open to go anywhere. You could go into the future, we could go back in time, we could stay contemporary. I think if audiences respond to the film, they might move forward with their story. And I hope they do, because we had such a fun time shooting. And Luke and I got on so well that I would really sign up to do anything he's gonna do.